Hi everyone. Okay, so thank you for joining us here today. So we will be starting the program shortly, but before that, may we request everyone to kindly make sure that your microphone is mute for a better and clearer audio during the presentations and talks as well. Thank you. So by the way, my name is Han, your virtual master of ceremonies for today's event. To formally begin this program, let us put ourselves in the presence of Almighty Creator as we seek guidance and blessings from Him through an opening prayer, which will be followed by the Philippine National Anthem.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين.
Mga kababayan, ang pambansang awit ng Pilipinas.
Now, let us officially begin this orientation program with an opening remarks from the department chairperson. Ladies and gentlemen, a virtual round of applause for Dr. Caronesa Dupina.
Hello. Hello, good day. In behalf of the faculty and staff of the Physics Department, I would like to welcome you all to this academic year 2020-2021. This semester is indeed new to all of us since we embarked to this new learning and teaching methods due to the current pandemic. My advice to you is that please do your part, please study. Reach out to your co-majors or your classmates. I am sure that it is not only you that is struggling with your subjects, but others also. Follow instructions and be more patient with a poor internet connection. Today, I will officially introduce to you your future mentors. You will be oriented with the different policies in your program. Also, please listen to the sharing of our BS Physics alumni later. I am grateful to the efforts of the Society of Physics Students officers, together with your society advisors, Ms. Miriam Gabuli and Professor Angelo Dagala, for preparing this virtual orientation, and to all faculty, staff, and students for participating to this virtual gathering. While you are our students here in the physics department, please know that you are guided by people who are concerned about your future. We hope that you too will be concerned about your future and the future of others. Reflect as early as now what will be your contribution to the society as a physics student. Once again, welcome to this Physics Department virtual orientation and welcome to the Physics Department College of Natural Sciences and Mathematics MSU-Marawi. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ma'am Kai, for the warm welcome. So as students taking up BS Physics, most of us, if not all, are curious about how the department was officially established, the members of the faculty force of the department, the new BS Physics program, and the department retention and dismissal policies. So to learn about all these things, let us hear again from our chairperson as she presents them to us in detail. The virtual floor is again yours, Ma'am Kai.
Department of Physics, College of Natural Sciences and Mathematics, Mindanao State University. The Department of Physics is both a service and a degree-granting department of the Mindanao State University main campus, Marawi City, under the College of Natural Sciences and Mathematics. The Bachelor of Science in Physics program was instituted in 1965 with the aim of providing quality training and education to students pursuing a degree in physics. During that time, only MSU-Marawi was offering such kind of program in the entire Mindanao. The Master of Science in Physics program was revived in 2014 in recognition of the need to promote wider access to higher education in physics. Since August 2019, graduate students taking up Master of Science in Physics in Mishimarawi have the opportunity to become graduate scholars under the Science and Technology Regional Alliance for National Development project strand of the DUSD Science Education Institute. Ladies and gentlemen, presenting to you the faculty force of the Physics Department this first semester, academic year 2020-2021. We have Dr. Florencio D. Ricolito Jr., the Vice Chancellor for Academic Affairs. We have Dr. Henry P. Aringa, the Dean of the College of Natural Sciences and Mathematics. Dr. Hamdi Mokyudin D. Bara. We have Professor Jandel C. Kanata. Professor Angelo A. Dagala. Dr. Adonis B. Dingal. Dr. Merjubel D. Dingal. Professor Eduardo V. Discaliar. Yours truly, Keronisa P. Dolpina. Professor Eduardo N. Fajardo. Dr. Edward Aris D. Fajardo. Miss Miriam A. Gabuli. Professor Yusuf Den Jamasali. Dr. Rhinovic B. Hanayon. Dr. Johnny Jim S. Uwano. Professor Gremafe Pinional. Professor Rosemary M. Perio. We have also the faculty on study leave. We have Professor Vernie C. Convicto. Then we have Professor J. Lord Dexter C. Pilipinas. We also have Mr. Alvan Alim G. Pido. Then we have Mr. Norodin A. Rangaig. For the staff, we have Mrs. Idna D. Fajardo, Mr. Junel S. Araw, Miss Clyde Jube Dalumpinis, Mr. Chufilo P. Dolpina. We have Mrs. Heidelita M. Ebardolaza. We also have Mr. Espiridion A. Paran, Mr. Ruel D. Bienes, Mr. Joel G. Limpahan, and Mr. Alimuding G. Armama. Now let me present to you the BS Physics 2018 curriculum. For the objectives of the program, to produce highly competent graduates with solid and rigorous training in basic, applied, and advanced physics, capable of instructing physics courses at tertiary level. To provide an effective learning environment for students, thereby equipping them to be responsive to the needs of physics education and research and development of the country. To provide a pool of graduates able to pursue advanced physics research, graduate studies, and employment in physics-related jobs in business, industry, or the government. Graduates of BS Physics program must be able to apply mathematical, computational, and experimental methods in solving physical problems, synthesize and effectively communicate scientific information, and apply scientific reasoning to arrive decisions. These are the admission requirements. Must be a graduate of the STEM track of the basic education program or a graduate of non-STEM basic education program who pass through some bridging courses to ensure that the required competencies are in place before entering the program. Senior high school graduates seeking admission to the BS Physics program must pass the System Admission and Scholarship Examination, or SASE, with qualifying score, baccalaureate passer, required for the BS Physics program. CBP completer must also pass the bridging courses required by the BS Physics program. These are the BS Physics bridging program. Physics 44, College Preparatory Physics, and Math 49, Pre-Calculus. For the summary of the BS Physics 2018 curriculum, we have General Education Curriculum, 39 units. And I noticed that for the first years, you already enrolled 18 units of this. So try to imagine that you have 39 units minus 18, and the remaining units for JEC courses will be distributed to the 7 semesters. We also have required courses, 8 units, or this is a total of 20 units. So this is 20 because we have NSTP 6 units, and we also have the other 6 units for the physics bridging course and the math bridging course. Core courses, you have 66 units. Physics electives, 12 units. Department specified courses, 17 units. Free electives, 9 units. Special project, 6 units. And this includes the physics practicum and the thesis. Then a grand total of 157 units, or that is 169 units, because the other subjects are having 0 units. So these are your free electives. So you can choose Chemistry 100, Chemistry 100.2, ComSci 101, and other courses from other department or other physics elective course. For the degree requirements, the student must complete the total units of the approved subjects in the BS Physics curriculum, comply the on-the-job training, then present his or her thesis in an undergraduate research colloquium and in a national conference, and successfully defend his or her thesis and submit bound copies to the department. For the retention or dismissal policies, a student enrolled in Bachelor of Science in Physics program must be evaluated every semester subject to MSU's retention policies. In addition, the student must not exceed 18 units of failure from physics subjects. A student who fails to satisfy this requirement may be dismissed in the following semester upon recommendation of the department. Shifting to BS Physics program. Shifty students will be accommodated provided they don't have failing grades in mathematics and general physics courses. Shifties from other degree programs who have yet to take a mathematics course will be accommodated provided they satisfy SASI score required for the BS Physics program. Shifting of degree program. Students shall be allowed to shift from one degree program to another for only 2 times. Students enjoying scholarships and grants shall be covered by specific shifting provisions of their respective scholarships and grants. For the student residence, for full-time students pursuing a 4-year degree program, the minimum residence is 6 years. Computation of residence shall commence on the semester the student enrolled in a degree program for the first time in the university. We also have the department awards. Academic awards, academic excellence, best thesis of the year, quiz wizard of the year, debater of the year, best presenter in classroom physics seminars, raters, teacher, classmates, and invited audience, best teaching assistant with practicum and new curriculum, raters, teacher, and students, best presenter of physics demonstrations in the physics exhibits during the Science Week celebration, raters, audience. For the non-academic awards, we have Department Leadership Award, Department Writer of the Year, Department Best Stage Performer, Department Artist of the Year, Department Athlete of the Year, Department Service Award, Residence Award. The Residence Award shall be given to BS Physics graduating students who have started as first year in the BS Physics curriculum during the first enrollment in the university and finished the degree in 4 years. Students must apply for the awards with attached certificates. The application must be done 1 month before the pre-commencement. Other academic rules and requirements. So for other academic rules and requirements, please refer to the University Student Handbook. Dropping of subjects, substitution, INC completion, maximum residency rule, and others. So this is our BS Physics students distribution by year level. For our first years, we have 52, second year 23, third year 1, and we have 8 fourth year from the old curriculum, a total of 82. BS Physics students. This is our students distribution by gender. We have 32 male and 50 female. And for the BS Physics student distribution by religious affiliation, we have 50 Muslims and 32 non-Muslims. This is our BS Physics graduate frequency. We have here the number of graduates than the academic year. So this year, 2020, we have 3 graduates. Last 2017, we have 23 graduates for that academic year. And 2011, 2012, we have 9, and so on. The average number of years to finish BS Physics, whether you are shifty or non-shifty, is equal to 5.5 years, meaning to say that some finish the BS Physics program for 4 years, others for 4.5 years, 9 years, 7 years, and so on, but the average is 5.5 years. This data is taken for the past last 10 years. For the undergraduate scholarships, you have several scholarships here in the university, and you can refer to your university student handbook for those scholarships. But here in the department, we have physics scholarship for third year BS Physics. This is sponsored by Ping Digaom, a physics alumna working in the United States. The recipient of the said scholarship will receive a monthly stipend of 1,000 pesos. Let us now proceed to the Master of Science in Physics. For the admission policy, admission into a Master of Science in Physics program in MSU-Main campus shall require possession of a BS Physics degree from a reputable institution, a grade point average or GPA of 2.0 or better in the undergraduate program, have a background in each of the following study areas: mechanics, electrodynamics, mathematical physics, quantum mechanics, solid-state physics, and 2 written recommendations from former professors or experts in the field. So this is our MS Physics distribution by year level. So we have 11 first year and 8 second year, a total of 19 Master of Science in Physics students. And this is our MS Physics distribution by scholarship status. We have 16 DUST scholars, and we have 3 part-time students. This is our MS Physics distribution by religious affiliation. For the graduate scholarships, we have DUST scholars under the Science and Technology Regional Alliance for National Development or Project Strand of the DUST Science Education Institute. And we also have the graduate teaching assistants. There are already 4 MS Physics degree holders from our department since the reopening of the program last academic year 2014-2015.
All right, so I hope and I really hope that you guys are not having information overload with all those stuff. Again, thank you for all those information, Ma'am Kai. Now, physics students, as most people would assume, we only know books, equations, and formulas. Not that it's a bad thing, but I must say physics students are talented also. To prove that, let us be amazed and entertained by some physics students as they try to shake the world of TikTok. Enjoy watching, everyone.
Wake up, yeah, make up, maybe I need you now. I think that lately. 한눈 팔지 마 누가 뭐래도 내꺼 다른 여자랑 말도 섞지만 난 니꺼 새끼손가락 걸고 꼭 약속해줘요 살 때 나 혼자 내버려두지 않기로 1과 2는 귀요미 이따기는 귀요미 저기 밤은 귀요미 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 나더기 나도 귀요미 5더기 5도 귀요미 6더기 6은 귀요미 귀요미
Oh, tingin-tingin mo dyan. Gusto mo? Look, asa ka. Walis ka na.
Kill this track.
Kairita. Papasok ba si ma'am? May tingin ba ngayon? Zumba na naman. Kairita. Sino may pulbo dyan? Wala. Sir, masakit po yung tiyan ko. Kumain ako ng fishbowl na isasaw sa babara ng sando. Po, totoo nga po. Po, salamat, master.
I'll bring you more than a song for the song itself. It's not what you have required. You search much deeper within the great things I do. You're looking into my heart, into my heart.
Randy, Kiko el Crazy. Se acabó la cuarentena, el cuerpo lo sabe y la calle está llena. Se acabó la cuarentena, el cuerpo.
Alam nyo, sobrang akong busy. Buong araw, wala akong nagawa.
Think I'm falling in love. She said, what you know about love? Tell you everything. I got what you need. Woke up in the store and get what you want. Go ahead. You get what you please. We bout to get it on. Take off the.
She put my name with yellow. Hearts. Her favorite color like the stars.
Think I'm falling in love.
So, ayan. Physics student na TikTokerist pa. San ka pa? And watch out for more as we go along this program. So this time, let us all learn about the inspiring stories of the two products of the department. Let us hear first from one of the faculty members who just earned his PhD in physics last year at Northern Illinois University in the United States of America. Joining us here to share his inspiring story, put your hands together for Dr. Edward Ares Pajardo.
Thank you, Hanan. Can you see my screen?
Sir.
Makita ba ang screen?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, thank you everyone for inviting me and giving me the chance to share my experiences during my grad school. I am a physicist, so I'm used to giving presentations. That's why I prepared this slide. It's entitled, so my presentation is entitled Physics Beyond Physics. What I mean with this is I would like to explain or discuss the role of physics in shaping one's character. Essentially, if you are in physics or in the physics community, you don't only learn uh, things about the subject matter that is physics, but also essential skills for self-development, professionalism, and also giving a good impact to the society. So a little bit about myself. I finished my bachelor's in degree in physics in 2011. I was and then I became a faculty of the Department of Physics from April 2011. And then on August 2014, I went to go on a study leave, pursuing PhD in physics at Northern Illinois University, and eventually successfully finished that last year with a dissertation in theoretical physics entitled Two-Dimensional Black Electrons in Electric and Magnetic Fields. So a few things that I did as a student there, I've studied this topic, universal spin dynamics in quantum wires. Here are my collaborators. This is me. This is Uli from New Zealand, and this is my advisor, Roland. This kind of work, this is published in a journal called Physical Review B. So this is a journal article where your work get published not only because you did something new, but because you found new physics. So we have another paper. It was written more nicely, so it got up for hundreds of papers that got accepted in PRB. It got selected as editor suggestion, so that's why we were featured in the news agency of Northern Illinois in one of their news feature articles. So you might think that I only got this because I am special, but I would like to tell you that equal opportunity is given to everyone. So before I proceed to the important part of my talk, let me tell you some of the things that you can do if you want to follow the path I did. That is, if you want to get a master's or PhD in a foreign country like the US. So the important thing, or the main thing that you need to do is, of course, you need to apply to a university. But the question would then be, which university? And there are so many universities to choose from. So let me help you filter out which or find a university where you can do your master's or PhD. There's a website. It's called gradschoolshopper.com. So here it lists a lot of universities in the US and probably some outside, some from other countries. So one thing you can do, you can just put here in the search panel if you have some ideas on where to go or what to take. Say the school name, location, or specialty in research. So what I did, of course, I don't have any knowledge on where to go in the US. So back in 2011, so I was watching basketball. There's NBA, and the MVP at that time was Derrick Rose. So I thought maybe I want to follow him. So maybe I'll apply close to a university close to Chicago. So I wrote down Illinois. So when I clicked in search, it showed. So right now, if you do that, it will show you 12 universities. At that time, it might not be 12. There could still be more. There are some universities that did not update, including actually NIU. So among these 12, I still don't have any idea where to go. So there is a filter here on the left panel. You can write the type of research that you're interested in. So I chose particle physics And at that time, only a few universities were offering particle physics, so I chose NIU. Um, if you also if you want to get more details, actually this website, if you click on a certain university, it will show you information. There are obvious information like requirements, what you need to submit when you apply, but also information like how many students got in the previous year, or how many students got funding or financial assistantships. Also, you can do, if you want to get more information, you can Google search the university name and the program, and then just type in admission so that it gets filtered. So for example, this is just an example. Suppose I want to search Southern Illinois University, Edwardsville campus. I want to do graduate in mathematics, and then I type in admission. So when you type that in Google, it will give you these results. You just click, it's probably one of these sites, would lead you to this page. There is a, so it would show you the admission requirements. So there's a fee, of course, you will have to pay a fee, but in some cases it could be waived. In my case, at NIU, there's an application fee, but I sent an email to the graduate director, and he told me that he can waive the fee. So my fee got waived, and so I didn't have to pay for that. But there are also other requirements where you have to invest money on. For example, this English exam, you have to pay probably around 10,000 for this exam. But during the application process, you might have to spend some money, let's say about 30,000, but that would be that is small in comparison to the financial assistance that you'll get when you get into a university, which could range about let's say 70,000 per month of a stipend. So yeah, it's worth it. The investment that you will put into your application is would be a good investment. Now I chose, you might be wondering why I chose mathematics. And also, so of course, this is a physics orientation, but for an example, in Google search, you can, I chose this university and mathematics. But aside from that, there's also one reason. If you click on the faculty, the directory of faculty in SIU, you will see that the graduate program director is an MSU-1. His name, he is Sir Jun V. Pailden. If you don't know him, when I was in my first year as a BS Physics, he was teaching in the mathematics department. So he's the program director. He's actually the one screening the applicants for graduate school, specifically in the mathematics department. And so he frequently visits me at NIU along with his wife, who is also an MSU-1 at Izai from, she's a nurse. Last year, actually, I have a picture here. So this is me, this is Sir Jun V. This is his wife at Izai. Last year, he told me that an average, the way he mentioned to me is that it seems that an average MSU-1 would have a good chance of getting in, for example, SIU, in comparison to some of the applicants that he is screening. So actually, I could attest also to that on average, an MSU-1 could easily get into a lot of universities in the US. I think so. Now let me proceed by showing you some of the perks of, but some of the perks you get when you go to a foreign land like the US. So I left the Philippines on August 14, 2014, from Manila to LA, and then I have a flight from LA to Chicago. Now at Los Angeles Airport, this is just a story. So of my experience at Los Angeles Airport, this is a blurry picture because I got so excited. This guy right here, waiting for the same flight as me. This guy is actually Kenneth Farid from, at that time he was playing with Denver Nuggets. He's a superstar that time. This guy right here at the passenger or at the flight booth, that is actually Chandler Parsons. From that time, I think he's playing with Houston Rockets, but now he's in Memphis. So these two are in their prime. So they are popular at that time. When we reach, so we are in the same flight. So when we reached Chicago, we were waiting for at the baggage carousel. We're waiting for our luggages. So this here is Kenneth Farid. This is Chandler Parsons. They're just standing there like thinking like nobody knows them. There's actually a third guy. This one here. That's actually, so he's now very popular. That is actually Clay Thompson. I first saw him in the bathroom actually, and I thought he's familiar, and then I realized it was Clay Thompson. So my experience is not only about basketball. I've also met a lot of Nobelists. People won the Nobel Prize by providing or contributing a lot in the physics community. So a Nobel Prize in physics. So this is Anthony James Leggett, the winner of Nobel Prize in Physics in 2003. He's working on superconductors. This picture is taken after a colloquium. So we invited him in as a speaker in our colloquium. And after colloquiums, we typically will have dinner with the speaker. So we had dinner with him. He's actually a knight, so we tried to call him sir, but he doesn't want to be called sir. Okay, there's another one. I've attended a talk by Wolfgang Ketterle. He's the Nobel Prize in Physics on 2001. Also, so he's working on Bose-Einstein condensates. There's also, so very recent Nobel Prize in Physics, Duncan Haldane. I have attended his talk. Also, Barry Barish, Nobel Prize in 2017. So, by the way, Duncan Haldane worked on topological insulators. Barry Barish is a member of the LIGO. So these are some of the few things that you'll get by going out in a foreign land to study physics. Some of the talks I went because I attended the American Physical Society meetings, specifically the March meetings. Sometimes you get to become the celebrity also. So when you get, if you look at this website of the APS, this guy here, that's actually me. So this American Physical Society March meeting, this is actually the go-to conference for mainstream condensed matter physics. So the first, the hot topics in condensed matter physics are typically shown in this conference. So I've attended in New Orleans in 2017, Los Angeles, California, 2018. This picture behind me is the Staples Center. That's where the Los Angeles Clippers and the Los Angeles Lakers and Clippers play their games. I have this picture because the convention center where we do the conference is just beside the Staples Center. So every time we walk from the convention center to the hotel, we always pass by Staples Center. And 2019, I went to Boston. So let me tell you some of the things that I have learned and observed while being a student in the US. And probably this could be, you can also experience them. You might have probably experienced and observed this in your environments. But these are things that have given, that have provided a lot of impact to myself, to my self-development. First one, I have realized, and I have really observed and realized that English is not a measure of intelligence. This is very ironic because I went to an English-speaking country only to realize that English is not a measure of intelligence. So we have in our as Filipinos, we have tried to hone our skills in English speaking, English writing. Um, we have tried to master um, correct grammar, pronunciation, but actually, some people are not interested in how you speak. They're not interested in perfect grammar. They're they don't care too much in your pronunciation, but they only want to know your story. So when you go to a foreign country, if you are an international student, you need to make sure that you have a lot of stories to tell to other people. So basically, it could start with telling about the culture of your country. So essentially, you become an ambassador for Philippine culture. Um, yes. So another thing, the work ethics of professors and students are beyond measure. What I say with this, of course, uh, you can count how many hours they work. Um, some uh, some professors would require their students to work in the lab from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. So that's 12 hours. They have breaks in between. They have to eat. They have to get their lunch, and so on. But yeah, they have to work almost all of the time that they are awake. So that is great. If but if I would highly discourage you to do that if you don't like what you're doing. However, if what you're doing is also what you're interested in, then it doesn't matter whether you work beyond what you are paid for. Um, Walter Kahn, who is I call the father of density functional theory. So density functional theory is a method of solving properties of a system by looking at the density of the electron. He's a physicist. He's also a theoretical chemist, so he won the Nobel Prize in chemistry in 1997. So in a talk by his postdoc, his name is Chan Yu. This was during the 2017 APS March meeting. He talked about Walter Kahn. And he mentioned that Walter Kahn actually works 80 hours per week. This is what Chan Yu said. He worked for Walter Kahn as a postdoc. So I thought Walter Kahn is smart. He won the Nobel Prize by working 80 hours per week. So I will probably not get the Nobel Prize if I don't work more than 80 hours per week. Actually, I have a story. When I was in 2017 March meeting at New Orleans, it was my first out-of-town physics trip. So I shared the hotel room with my advisor. When we checked in, when we got into our hotel, the first thing I did was to prepare my things and then just to get ready to go out and tour the area. When I saw my advisor, what he did was just when we get in the hotel room, he sat down on the desk and started working. So I realized, oh, this is how professors and physicists should work. So the moment you don't really, even if you go to a tourist place, you still will think about work. So I still went out to tour, but so that I don't feel guilty, whenever I go from one place to another, I recite my presentation for this conference on top of my head so that I feel that even if I'm touring the place, I am still working. Okay, the third one, act like a child. What does it mean? The thing with acting like a child is that children are genuine. If they say they don't know something, it really means they don't know something. If they know something, it also genuinely means that they know something. So what I mean with acting like a child is if you are in a class and the professor tells you something that you don't know, you might be scared to say, hey, sir, I don't know. Ma'am, sir, I don't know what is this. Because typically, a professor or a teacher would tell you, that you should have already known that in the previous course or in the prerequisite. So the problem with that is you really don't know what he's talking, and he's just rude to tell you that you should already know the things. Um, there's nothing wrong with saying that you don't know something. Uh, things happen, like what I've mentioned, only happen because professors and teachers are rude. So you don't have to think badly about that. I have a lot of quotes to live by. So the problem with the world is that intelligent people are full of doubts, while the stupid ones are full of confidence. This is according to a poet, Charles Bukowski. Another one. It ain't what you know that gets you into trouble. It's what you know for sure that just ain't so. What it means is that it doesn't matter if you don't know things. So it doesn't give you trouble. What's more dangerous is that if you think something, if you think that you know something, however, that thing is not turned out to be not true, that is more dangerous. Um, what's even very dangerous is that highly educated people would pretend to know things. They would say, I know to do this, but it eventually would turn out that they are just acting like they know things. Doesn't matter whether we know if there are things that we don't know, because this quote is attributed to Isaac Newton. I'm not sure if this is our Isaac Newton from Newton's laws. So he said that what we know is a drop, what we don't know is an ocean. That is really true. Last but the most important thing that I want to say is that physics does not discriminate. I'm talking about discrimination issue here, the issue we always have in our society. Physics, I mean here, physics community. So if you're a physicist, um, or this, if you have experienced discrimination in the physics community, physicists in the physics community should not discriminate. If you're a physicist, you will not be judged based on race. You will not be judged based on gender. You will even not be judged based on what you wear or how you look like. But in physics, you will only be judged based on your output. So uh, I would like to end by saying that I would be very great to hear that one of you in the audience would be able to get a chance to go to a faraway place as an exchange student or a graduate student or even for work. And that's all. Thank you for listening.
All right, so thank you very much for sharing with us your PhD journey experience. And on top of that, the key insights and tips for pursuing what we want in life, especially in the field of physics. I am also sure that most of the students joining us here are MBA fans, and I bet they just have no idea where to pursue their MS and PhD in physics given the opportunity. So now, the second speaker is an alumna of the department who currently works at the Southern Philippines Medical Center as a medical student. Let us lend our ears as she shares her story. A virtual round of applause, please, for Miss Ednaris J. Dultra.
Walang audio, ma'am.
So there seems to be a technical issue. Just bear with us.
Guys, good day. My name is Adarisa Jan Dutra, or Iris for short. I was a graduate of BS Physics in Mindanao State University Main Campus, Marawi City, in the year 2012. So one of my batchmates asked me to give you guys a testimony or an inspirational video regarding my journey as a physicist in a clinical field. So I do hope that I'll be able to inspire you or give you some tips for you guys to pursue this course. First, let me answer this question, which I know most best physics graduates or even the freshman or sophomore right now has been asked a lot of times already. Why did you choose BS Physics as your undergraduate course? So for me, I'll be very honest with this one because baka sabihin nyo na maybe she has her life all planned out na best physics talaga siya since high school and whatnot. No, I don't have any idea that there was a course which is BS Physics. When I was about to enter college, I was a science scholar at the same time a UST scholar. So they suggested the two scholarships both suggested to me to take up this physics. I don't know why. And as a fresh high school graduate, parang, okay, sabi nila eh, di mag-BS Physics. So, ayun na nga. I entered a course without a passion and love for it. I don't even have the slightest idea what would be my job in the near future. So, I was the type of person. I was a fresh high school graduate, so I don't really have an ideal job pa. And ang sa akin lang before, if I started something, I just need to finish it. So, para sa akin, although I do have, I did had an idea to shift afterwards, which was really common sa mga BS Physics students before. As I remember, when I was in first year, siguro marami kami, mga 2 sections or 3 sections kami sa Physics 21. And then later on, second year, lumiit, kumonte, I mean. And then third year, siguro yung mga batchmates ko talaga since first year na nag-major ng third year is only Miss Miriam Gabule and Mr. Bernie Convicto and also Abraham Benigan. So kami lang, apat talaga yung batchmates na sabay nag-first year hanggang nag-third year. So come third year, yun nga, all major subjects already, so you don't really have a choice, just need to finish it. And maybe most of you will say na, oh, really, this physics is not for me, I'm not that smart, or what, so this course is just for the nerds or those who are really smart, like Einstein, Nikola Tesla and all. Hindi po. I don't really consider myself smart. Siguro, I was just, yun nga, when I started something, I just need to finish it. Yun lang yung ano ko. Inspiration ko before. So my eyes, or I think almost all of the eyes of the BS Physics graduate, is to have or to land a physics teaching job. So yun talaga yung una kong plano when I graduate in the year 2012. So I went to Manila. Nagbakasakali ako that I can have a teaching job there. Unfortunately, most of the universities or the colleges which I applied for required a master's, at least a master's degree or a masteral unit. So, yun din, trinay ko din yun, nag-apply din ako ng mga schools na where I can have a MS Physics degree. So, fortunately, one of my junior that time, Miss Leona Inario, kakagraduate lang din niya, asked me to sabayan siya na pumunta sa UST kasi nga there is this course which is MS in Applied Physics major in Medical Physics. Again, I don't have an idea that that course existed before. So, and I don't have the idea what would be the job afterwards. So, yun lang. Sinabi niya lang sa akin na Tara Ivy, samahan mo naman ako, ganyan, ganyan. Magpapasa ako sa UST. Gusto mo rin ba magpasa? So, yun, sumama ako sa kanya and I um, also passed my documents in UST. And fortunately, both of us got accepted in the university and got accepted as an UST scholar. So, hindi kami nahirapan. To cut the story short, fortunately in the year 2015, Miss Elena Inario and I were the first one from Mindanao State University main campus to get the degree of MS Applied Physics, major in Medical Physics at University of Santo Tomas. So what is my work right now? My work is a health physicist in Southern Philippines Medical Center here in Davao City, while Ms. Selena Maynard is working as a radiation oncology medical physicist at Chonghua Hospital in Cebu. So what is medical physics? In general, it is the application of physics concepts, theories, and methods to healthcare or medicine. As a medical physicist, you have three choices or three major subfields where you can choose one on which you can enter a residency program and have a board certification later on. First is radiation oncology or radiation therapy. So radiation oncology or radiation therapy or radiotherapy is a medical specialty which involves a controlled use of ionizing radiation to treat cancer. It's either for cure or to reduce pain and other symptoms caused by cancer. This is our LINAC treatment room. This is where our patient will go for their treatment each day. That is our medical linear accelerator, which customizes high energy X-rays, photons or electrons, which conforms to the tumor's shape while sparing our normal tissue surrounding it or normal organs. So this is a treatment head called the gantry. It can rotate from 0 to 360. This is our treatment couch. Those are wedges or our accessories. I've been working right now for 3 years already as a radiation oncology medical physicist, and our primary responsibility is to create, um, implement, and monitor treatment plans and procedures for us to give a specific treatment plans for each patient that in order for us to treat the cancer cells at the same time spare the normal tissues or normal organs of the patient. At the same time, we are also responsible for the quality control and quality assurance of our equipment, such as our linear accelerator, our CT simulator, and our brachytherapy afterloader. As a radiation oncology medical physicist, the job is not that easy because each patient needs a unique treatment plans. It depends on their diagnosis, the stage of their cancer, their age, their gender, etc., etc. So there are a lot of factors to consider while making for their treatment plans and then implementing it and guiding your radiation therapist during the procedures. So the job wouldn't be that easy, but I tell you, it would be really fulfilling, knowing that you're one of the you're part of the team. Actually, you're the brain of the team, which helped to treat the cancer patient. Next major subfield is nuclear medicine. So nuclear medicine is a specialized area in radiology wherein we use a small amount of radioactive material or radiopharmaceutical in order to see the structure or the function of an organ. It can be used both in diagnosis and also in therapy. I worked as a nuclear medicine medical physicist in Cornell Santos Medical Center in Metro Manila for more than a year, and my primary responsibility back then was to manage nuclear medicine imaging and dosimetry. So if you will be a nuclear medicine medical physicist, you'll be considered as the expert when it comes to the interaction of ionizing radiation to matter. And for example, I was able to give them calculations for the shielding when they put up new positron emission tomography with computed tomography or PET-CT. As a nuclear medicine medical physicist, our participation is not really a patient-to-patient basis or for each patient. Mainly, it would be on the quality control and quality assurance of all of our radioisotopes, our radiopharmaceuticals, and our equipment as well. Here in Davao City's SPMC, we'll be having a cyclotron, and for maybe next year, so I will be the one who will be assigned in there. So one of my um, responsibility as well is to become a cyclotron operator. So I will be the one who will be producing the radioisotope and radiopharmaceuticals, which will be used later on for our imaging in our nuclear medicine in our PET-CT. The last subfield will be diagnostic radiology. It is a specialized field in medicine which uses radiation for diagnosis. So in medical physics, I believe this field is the broadest because it has a lot of equipment or imaging modalities that you need to take care of. There's the X-ray, computed tomography or CT, um, mammography, fluoroscopy, angiogram, etc., etc. So in this field, as a diagnostic radiology medical physicist, it will be your responsibility to make sure that all of your equipment is quality controlled and is giving off correct factors in order for you to have a correct diagnosis. For the three subfields mentioned, regardless if you'll become the radiation oncology medical physicist, the nuclear medicine medical physicist, or the diagnostic radiology medical physicist, it will be also your responsibility to become the radiation safety officer in general, meaning you will become the one who's responsible to ensure that the use of ionizing radiation is first justified, meaning all the procedures is beneficial and outweighs the risk. Second, all the procedures are optimized or follows the ALARA principle as low as reasonably achievable. Third, to make sure that all your staff, including yourself, as well as your the members of the public, their dose limitation is will, or will not be exceeded. There you go. Those are the responsibilities of a medical physicist working in a clinical field. But there are also medical physicists working in the government, such as in FDA or Food Drug Administration, specifically in CDRHR or the Center of Device Regulation, Radiation Health and Research. They're the ones responsible for the inspection of the diagnostic radiology department and making sure that all the equipment or all the hospitals are following the rules and licensing. And also, there are other medical physicists working in PNRI or Philippine Nuclear Research Institute. Sila naman yung responsible for the licensing in nuclear medicine. Now, how to become a medical physicist? Currently, as of the moment, only one university or institution is offering the course MS Applied Physics, major in medical physics, and that would be in University of Santo Tomas. All you need to do is to be a BS Physics or Engineering graduate student. Bago ka maka-enroll and if I'm not mistaken, if they haven't changed their qualifications just yet, as long as your CGPA is not less than 2, so pasok ka. Is there a demand for a job after you graduate? Definitely. So, if I'm not mistaken, as of the moment, there are about less than or more than 200 of us only in the Philippines for the entire country, and there are a lot of institutions and hospitals who will still be needing for a service. Just for example, here in SPMC, there are only 4 of us medical physicists in the entire hospital, and almost kompleto na po yung mga facility namin. We're almost all overworked right now. Good thing is wala pa po yung nuclear medicine and PET and cyclotron. But come next year, we will be having that department and an additional linear accelerator in radiation oncology. So, very kulang po kami. And yun nga, pahirapan sa paghanap ng medical physicist, especially for us here in Mindanao, since most of them are in Luzon or in Visayas. Because parang konti lang masyado yung Bisaya na medical physicist. In the entire Davao region, parang isa lang sa amin ang taga Davao talaga. I myself, I'm from Leyte. One of my colleague is from Iligan City, graduate of MSU-IT. One of our senior physicists is from Metro Manila. And from the other hospitals in Davao region, most of them are from Manila as well. So, highly in demand talaga ang medical physicists sa country natin, especially for those here in Visayas and Mindanao area. Finally, I'll try to end this video with some inspiring words. Um, if you're just like me who started the course of physics without even knowing it, without the passion and love for it, and now landed a job which I am really passionate about, i-push nyo na po muna yan. And try to love the physics, try to be a problem solver. Kasi baka sabihin niyo na hindi ko naman magagamit to in my job in the near future, and so on and so forth. Definitely magagamit niyo yan. Not in a very specific detail siguro, but what I learned in this physics is my instructors there taught me to become an effective problem solver. So, parang na-apply ko talaga siya sa job ko right now na lahat ng problema na kahit maliit na problema sa makina, interlocks in the machines, even the slightest miscalculations and all, um, in order to solve that, natutunan ko yan sa BS Physics ko, hindi actually sa MS ko. Yung paghubog niya sa akin as a good problem solver sa undergraduate course ko nakuha yan. So, lahat ng matututunan nyo in your undergraduate course right now will be very much useful sa anumang job na makuha nyo afterwards. Either you become an instructor, matuturo nyo yun, mapapasa nyo sa mga students nyo, or either you become a medical physicist, an inspector in FDA or in PNRI or in DOH, magagamit niyo pa rin yun ang pagiging problem solver niyo, which matututunan niyo lang talaga when you undergo a BS Physics course. So, I hope I will be able to see one of you guys, or in the future you will be one of my colleagues. And let's be honest, when you graduate as a BS Physics student, you will be called a physicist, and that sounds so cool. Okay, all right. I hope you got inspired a little bit sa testimony ko, and thank you for listening, and goodbye.
So thank you, Ma'am Edna Risa, for sparing us a few minutes of this program. It's great that we learned a lot about medical physics. Also, the tips you've shared with us are surely going to be helpful for us students. And by the way, thanks as well for the virtual tour in your work area. So now, I know for sure that you're waiting for the second part of the TikTok invasion in the department. Without much further ado, let us all enjoy watching the second part of the intermission.
You like 9 to 5, I'm the weekend.
Five, six, seven, eight. Dance with me in my backyard, boy. You're looking super fine in your corduroy. I think we could do it if we try. If only to say you were mine. So call me a pessimist, but I don't believe in it. Finding the true love's kiss. Girl, put your records on. Tell me your favorite song. Just go ahead, let your hair down. Wrap me in plastic and make me shine. We can make the dollhouse follow your design. 'Cause there is no guarantee that this life is easy. And when my world is falling apart, when there's no light to break up the dark,
Kuya, pabili niyang Coke. Miss mo ba? Oh, miss na miss na.
Araw kay tamis ng
Miss ka ba? Kuya, mineral water na lang, no? Para ano.
I will not lie, but if you ask where I'm staying tonight, I gotta be like, oh baby, no baby, you got me all wrong, baby. My baby's already got all of my love, so now.
Chicken wing, chicken wing, chicken wing, chicken wing, hot dog and bologna, hot dog and bologna, chicken and macaroni, chicken and macaroni, chillin' with the homies, chillin' with the homies.
Oh, tingin-tingin mo dyan. Gusto mo? Lo, asa ka. Kill this track! Kairita, papasok ba si ma'am? Wait, iba ngayon? Zumba na naman. Kairita. Sino may pulbo dyan? Wala. Sir, masakit po yung tiyan ko. Kumain ako ng fishball na isasaw sa babara ng sando. Oh, totoo nga po. Oh, salamat, master.
I will not lie, but if you ask where I'm staying tonight, I gotta be like, oh baby, no baby, you got me all wrong, baby. My baby's already got all of my love, so now I will not lie.
Alright, so enough with the TikTok for fun now. Since we're physics students, we couldn't avoid asking ourselves what jobs or opportunities are waiting for us after graduation. So to give us a picture of what lies ahead of us once we finish this course, let us all hear from one of our faculty members, Dr. Merjibel Dengal. A virtual round of applause, please.
Hi everyone. So let me share my screen. I also prepared a presentation. Can you see it?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So I was tasked to discuss to you some careers in physics. And I believe you have already had an idea based on the testimonials kanina. Sorry. So may echo dito. Okay, so let us answer the question. So imagine yourself 4 years from now. So isipin nyo, say 4 years or say 5 years. So so let's be honest, no? So some of us na delay sa pag-aaral. So suppose say 4, 5 years or even 6 years from now, nakagraduate na kayo. And you will say, okay, I have a bachelor's degree in physics. What's next? Ano yung mga options nyo? And Dr. Aris kanina, na-discuss niya yung isa sa mga possible option, which is a very, very good option, at isa sa mga pinapangarap ng karamihan, yung makapag-aral sa labas. Another option would also be yung diniscuss ni Miss Dultra, ni Miss Ednerisa kanina, which is to be a medical physicist. So here in this presentation, I will be showing you some of the other options that you can have once you graduate sa inyong BS Physics degree. So according to the statistics, so this one is from the American Institute of Physics. So this is from 2015, but I think this still medyo konti lang ang adjustment siguro. So this holds true even today. So 50% of BS Physics graduates, they pursue graduate studies. So that means they pursue to masters or PhDs. And then another 50% go into the workforce. So they seek employment right after graduation. So, para dun sa mga nag-pursue ng graduate studies, so this one is still from the statistics of the American Institute of Physics. So, sa kanila to, sa US, since I could not find any statistics para sa atin dito sa Philippines, maybe because konti lang yung mga BS Physics graduates sa buong Philippines, so wala pa tayong mga ganitong statistics talaga. So, sa US, yung mga physics nila na bachelor's degree graduates, yung mga nagpo-pursue ng graduate studies, ito yung kanilang mga usual na uh, tinatahak na na mga fields, no. So do not think na just because you are a BS Physics graduate, when you go to your master's or PhD, you really have to stick to your BS Physics career. Kasi minsan, sa future, mafe-feel nyo, ay, parang meron pa kayong ibang gustong i-pursue. And that is okay. Especially now na yung ano natin is hindi lang sa specialized na field, but science is becoming highly interdisciplinary and multidisciplinary. So, even with your physics na finish nyo na course, you can still explore other options. Like for instance, dito sa kanilang graph, so around 60% pursue physics or astronomy. And then the other 19% of those who pursue graduate studies, they go into engineering. So actually, napakabilis maka-crossover ng BS Physics graduate to various engineering fields, no? And then the other 21% pursue other courses. So ito yung kanilang mga list of courses: mathematics, education, computer science, medicine, physical sciences, meron din nagpo-pursue ng law, and then social sciences, life sciences, humanities, business, and other subjects pa. Personally, dito, you might think, oh, mayroong law. Pero I actually have a professor, si Professor Linda, who is now an attorney as well. And I also know a lot of other physics graduates na friends na naging lawyers. So yung mga problem-solving skills nyo na malilearn dito would actually be very helpful when you pursue in the future other career paths. Say nag-change kayo ng heart or you want to diversify. So para naman dun sa mga na-employ, so those who chose to go into the workforce right away after graduation or say a year after graduation, so 67% sa US is employed in the private sector. And you have mga around 9% is employed in colleges and universities. Siyempre, hindi naman ganun kadami kasi so far sa Philippines, hindi pa ganun kadami yung colleges and universities na nag-o-offer ng Bachelor of Physics na degree. So, hindi naman ganun kalaking percentage ang mapupunta doon. But even so, you can still be a high school teacher if you're teaching, if your passion is into teaching. So, meron tayong STEM na track sa high school, so you can be a good instructor for that career path. And then pwede rin namang active military. I remember meron tayong BS Physics sa MSU before na pumasok sa PMA. So that's also a career path that some of you might pursue in the future. Kasi pag pumasok ka sa military and you are already a graduate of a degree, if I'm not mistaken, mas malaki na yung iyong rank when you get inside. And then you could also work sa civilian government and national laboratories. So marami tayong national laboratories sa Philippines, like yung mga na-mention ni Miss Edna Risa kanina, we have our PNRI, and sa DOST marami tayong laboratories na pwede niyong pasukan in the future. Pag-asa, and marami pa talagang iba, no? So wag yung isipin na parang hindi ko kilala yung BS Physics na course. When I graduate, meron ba kayang trabaho naghihintay dyan? So wag yung isipin yan. Because actually, BS Physics, it's a very versatile na course, no? And the things that you will learn in your undergraduate would be very, very helpful when you go out dun sa real world, sabi nga nila. So para naman dun sa na-employ sa private sectors, ito yung mga usual na fields nila na pinasukan. So engineering, so around 38%. Dito sa Philippines, marami tayong mga industries na nangangailangan ng physics graduates. Sa Manila, meron tayong mga semiconductor industries, mga solar cell companies, mga ganun. So pwedeng mag-apply ang physicist doon. Meron din ditong 26% for computer or information systems. So nowadays, very essential na yung data science. And in physics, you will have a course on computational physics. So, madidevelop doon yung inyong skills on modeling, on computational physics, which you can then apply to other fields. No? So pwede kayong pumasok sa information systems, the field of work. Meron din namang mga 16% na pumasok sa non-STEM na field. However, their task involves regularly solving technical problems. So kumbaga, kahit makapasok kayo dun sa field na parang feeling nyo malayo sa physics, pero kukunin kayo doon kasi kayo yung problem solver. And isa yun sa mga skills na nadidevelop nyo sa inyong undergraduate career. And then meron tayong physics or astronomy sa private sector. So you will see na yung physics and astronomy, malaki siya sa graduate studies. Sa private sector, hindi masyado yung astronomy. Siyempre, sa Philippines, parang kaka-start pa lang ng ating space agency, no? But maybe when you graduate, medyo magmamature na yung ating agency na yan, and you can be one of the pioneering physicists that would be working there, no? And then you have other STEM na mga fields, 12%. So 5% lang actually yung mga BS Physics na napupunta talaga sa career na hindi siya STEM, tapos hindi pa sila problem solvers. So kumbaga hindi talaga technical yung kanilang work. So in the rest of the 95%, you will be employed in a work na gagamitan nyo ng inyong mga problem solving skills. So according to the American Institute of Physics, based dun sa mga feedback ng kanilang mga employers, ito yung kanilang mga hinahanap sa mga BS Physics graduates. So first is critical thinking. So napaka-importante nito, and you will see this, or you will develop this later on when you go into your majors na sa physics. And even starting with your physics 71, 81, 91. So alam natin na kailangan talaga ng critical thinking when we solve a problem. Hindi lang enough na memorize natin yung ating mga equations. So that is a very good skill to develop, hindi lang dito sa BS Physics, but when you go to your future na workplace. Number 2 is inventiveness and superior problem solving. So na-mention din to kanina ni Ate Iris nyo, yung pagiging inventive and problem solver. When something goes wrong sa equipment, so dahil nasanay na kayo na mag-solve ng problems, you will be able to come up with solutions. In fact, pwede pa kayong mag-invent or mag-innovate ng solutions. So makapropose kayo ng mga bagong solutions if you have this characteristic. We also have research and investigation. Again, you will be developing this trait in your undergraduate course kasi meron kayong thesis, and yung research nyo na yun is a requirement for you to graduate. And during the process of your research, you will develop the skill of investigation, kung ano yung mga proper process to do an investigation. And then communication, technical writing and verbal. So hindi to siya yung first and foremost na necessary, pero you will still need this, no? So you have to be able to communicate your ideas later on. Siyempre, pag idea mo kasi, tapos nasa sayo lang siya, hindi mo siya ma-communicate sa iba, so parang nakakulong lang yung idea sa'yo, so hindi siya magagamit. So, sa yung technical writing na part, you will also develop that when you go into your thesis. And even kahit ngayon, kasi sa iba nating mga diba, sa iba nating problem solving, merong mga essays and explanations, pwede-develop niyo din yan. Now, another factor is teamwork and collaboration. Yung mga employers natin ngayon, naghahanap sila ng mga people who can work in a team. Usually, yung mga ginagawa ngayon kasi is multidisciplinary, interdisciplinary, so collaboration is needed. So minsan may collaboration with physics and other fields of science like biology. So you have biophysics, you have chemical physics, pwede ring physics and engineering. So maraming fields, and even social sciences, no? So DOST actually has expanded their list of possible na mga courses na pwede nyo i-pursue sa masters na bibigyan nila ng scholarship. And meron na silang mga pinasok doon na economics and social sciences. Kasi nakita nila nowadays na kailangan na ng collaboration. So hopefully you will get to do that dun sa mga projects nyo later on, which will be in teams, for example. And I can see dito pa lang sa inyong physics department orientation na meron na kayong teamwork, no? So this is actually I think, at first weird, no, to have a virtual orientation, but in a very interesting one because feeling ko mas marami tayong na-discover na talents ngayon kaysa nung nag-face-to-face orientation tayo. Kasi konti lang yung nagkaroon ng chance doon to have an intermission number. Pero dito, ang dami nating nakitang talent. So nakita natin ang teamwork ng mga officers and the advisors na working on this. And then the next part is the capacity to learn new technologies. Now you might say, parang mahirap to kasi sa dito sa MSU, hindi man tayo masyadong maraming gadgets, no? Pero if you're open to learn, you will get this skill or this capacity to learn new technologies. And also, huwag kayong mag-alala kasi actually meron naman tayong mga parating na mga bagong equipment when we open our new CNSM building, no. So maraming nakalinya na darating na equipment. So hopefully, we will learn new technologies, especially ang batch or ang generation nyo ay very equipped to learn new technologies. Very fast learner kayo compared to the older generations. So hindi kayo mahihirapan sa part na yan. Next part is mechanical and mathematical aptitude. So mathematical aptitude, you will develop that mechanical sa inyong mga laboratories. So madidevelop yung skill nyo dyan. Strong analytical and applied math skills. Well, parang kailangan natin to siya, no, sa ating mga problem sets and sa lahat ng coursework actually sa physics. And then ito yung sinasabi kong computer programming, modeling and simulations, because you will see nowadays almost lahat ng aspects sa life natin require simulations, modeling, no? COVID, for example, so a lot of work has been done on programming, modeling the dispersion of the aerosol, simulations, and how the infection grows, mga ganun, no? And lahat ng mga natin, mga apps, Facebook, Google, lahat ng yan, gumagamit sila ng mga AI, no? So artificial intelligence. So this field is very, kumbaga, talagang in na in siya ngayon, no? And hopefully you will be able to grasp some of these skills when you go into your physics career. And then finally, experience with sophisticated equipment. So yan yung mga hinahanap ng mga employers. So hindi talaga sila tumitingin specifically dun sa mga dun sa mga courses nyo lang talaga, yung mga core courses, pero tinitingnan nila yung buo yung experience during your undergraduate years. So, yun ang hinahanap ng mga future employers natin. So this is based on a survey, and ito yung talagang among the sinurvey nila ng mga bachelors na employed sa private sectors, ito yung nakita nila na talagang ginagamit nila almost on a daily basis, solving technical problems and then working on a team. No? So hopefully these are things that you will get in your undergraduate course, and hopefully kami ng mga faculty would be able to impart to you our knowledge, and hopefully in the future, pag nag-graduate kayo sa BS Physics, like si Ate Dulce nyo, so you'll look back on us and say, naging successful ako because nag-BS Physics ako sa MSU. No? So that is our dream for all of you. And para dun sa mga gustong mag-pursue ng graduate studies, for example, pero parang hindi nyo pa kayang say, natatakot kayo pumunta abroad, mayroon din naman tayo mga options dito sa Philippines, for example. So right now, MSU-Marawi is one of the recipient of the Project Strand, isa tayong delivering institution. So this is the Science and Technology Regional Alliance of Universities for National Development. And then, meron din tayong AST-HRDP, so this is Accelerated Science and Technology Human Resource Development Program. Yung mga schools dito is yung mga usually nasa Manila, no? So UP Diliman, Ateneo de Manila, and also IIT, no? So Lasal. So iniisip nyo na pag masters ko, gusto kong makatry mag-aral sa mga school sa Manila, pero wala akong pang-finance. So, pwede kayo mag-apply sa DOST, and then your tuition fee would be free, and you will have your scholarship allowance. No? So, it will be a good experience also in the future. Meron din tayong capacity building program in science and mathematics education. Ito naman para sa mga BS Physics graduate na in the future, maisip nyo, parang gusto ko talaga sa STEM ako sa high school. Mas gusto ko magturo sa mga bata, for example. So you will proceed with a master's na related sa science education or physics education. So pwede yon. So there is also another program for that by the DOST. Okay, so yung tatlong programs na to, pare-pareho lang sila actually ng benefits. So these are the scholarship privileges just to inspire you. So maybe in 5 years time when you graduate, mas mataas na to. This is for the current rate for 2020. So for masters, you have 20,000 per month for your stipend. For PhD, 33,000 per month. So you will see that the tuition and other school fees is actual. Kumbaga, kung kahit saan kayo mag-aral sa Manila, dun sa mga institutions na yon, hindi kayo magmamind kung mahal ang tuition or mura ang tuition o ano ba. Kasi DOST will be paying in full the tuition and other school fees, the actual amount. No? And then you will get your book allowance, which is 20,000, and one economy round trip fare. So pag nasa Manila kayo, you will get one round trip flight no na free. And you also have your thesis dissertation allowance. So and you can extend your dissertation allowance and file for a student research support fund. So talagang yung government natin ini-encourage to produce more STEM graduates, particularly physics kasi kulang na kulang pa tayo ng BS Physics graduates sa Philippines. More so yung Master of Physics and PhD in Physics. So that's why they have these programs. Now, I also want to say na meron ding career incentive program ang DOST. So for example, graduate kayo ng master's, tapos DOST scholar kayo. So they have a CIP na program. So you can be a CIP researcher. So ilalagay kayo ng DOST sa iba't ibang agency ng DOST, depende sa lugar nyo o kung saan nyo gusto. And for master's degree, you will be as a senior science research specialist. Tapos kung PhD naman, supervising science research specialist. And the compensation here is very competitive. No? So pwede kayong mag-work sa iba't ibang agencies under DOST. So these are things that you can look forward to in the future. Sabi nga ng isang book, or is it a popular quote? So sabi, begin with the end in mind. So I think this is from a popular book, no? So begin with the end in mind. So para makaya nyo tahakin yung 4 years, you have to think of the future. Kung ano kayo after 4 years or 5 years. So you can look forward to these things, no? So that's why we are presenting this to you right now. So these are the other things that you can be working on. So i-identify ko lang, no? But the list is actually more than this. So these are just some of the things. You can be an accelerator operator. Yung sabi ni Miss Dultra, they will be buying an accelerator or meron na sila. Applications engineer, data scientist. Data scientist is very in demand right now because we have a lot of data because of our gadgets and information gathering system. But kulang pa yung mga data scientists to make sense of this data. You can be a design engineer, IT consultant, lab technician, laser engineer. If you're into photonics and optics, optical engineer. You can be a research associate. You can also have a career na research lang talaga ginagawa niya, so that's also an option. Software developer. You could be a college physics professor like us, no, if you love teaching, if this is something that you love doing. Or you can be a high school physics teacher if you like more or a younger audience, kumbaga. You can be a geophysicist, no? If you want to merge yung geology and physics. Seismologist, so pwede kayong mag-work sa PHIVOX. Nanotechnologist, so we have actually an expert on nanomaterials sa ating department, no, si Dr. Bara. So if you're interested in this field, so pwedeng ganito yung research nyo in the future. And then you can end up being a nanotechnologist. Metallurgist or material scientist, so marami tayong material scientist sa ating department. Engineer, again, as I say, pwede kayong maka-crossover sa engineering. In fact, we have some graduates before na nag-double course sila. So BS Physics, tapos nag-engineering din sila. No? Systems analyst, this is more on information systems. No? Technical specialist, web developer, etc. So I think that's the end of my presentation, and I hope that all in all, we are able to inspire you to stick with our department and be with us in the long run hanggang makatapos kayo. So, and hopefully in the future, our joy would be to see you all successful. No? Yan naman talagang pinapangarap ng mga teachers. So I think that's all, and thank you for your time. I will give you back to our host.
So thank you for the enlightening talk, Ma'am Merge. I bet most of the juniors, especially the freshmen, will hopefully pursue this course and choose from among the careers or fields you presented to us after graduation. and that makes it the fifth talk. So at this juncture, we will have our open forum in which you can raise questions or concerns to the speakers. And to facilitate this, I am giving the virtual floor to Mr. Elias Ahero Jr. as the moderator for this forum.
Uh, thank you, Hanan. So I will be taking over this session, the open forum. So, marinig ba yung boses ko? Give me marinig ba?
Yes,
Yes,
it's
sir.
audible.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. So I will be taking over. So I'm Elias Jr., fourth year student from the physics department. So if you have a question concerning about the department rules and retention policies or the career orientation, so kindly kindly chat your name on the chat box and unmute yourself so we can entertain you or read your question to the faculty or the speakers. So we highly encourage to ask questions if you have concerns. From the first year, freshmen, there are a lot of freshmen participants this orientation. Anyone? Yes, kindly type your question on the chat box provided at the right side of your screen. We're still waiting. Sir Fajardo has a question. He wants to know what are your study tips.
Let's ask Ma'am Kai. Study tips daw, ma'am.
Hello.
Okay.
Okay, for the study tips. Come At sa akin nag-echo. Okay, for the study tips, mag-solve daw talaga ng problem. Ay, nga naman eh. Hello, madungog ra?
Yes, ma'am.
Oo,
Yes.
ma'am. Oo, ma'am.
Ah, ang sa study tips, di study lang dyan. For physics, first you have to understand the concepts. So mag-study talaga kayo about the concepts. Then dapat maintindihan nyo ano yung problem para makasolve kayo. Hindi importante na
i-memorize nyo lang yung equations, yun lang. Dapat, kailangan yung ma-learn kung ano yung concepts behind. Then, mag-practice mag-solve. And then, karamihan sa BS Physics na na-observe ko, hindi man sila bagsak sa physics, bagsak man sila sa math, sa calculus. So, mag-study kayo sa math ninyo, kayo na yung mga bagsakanan ng mga BS Physics. Sa ngayon, yung third year natin na regular na isa lang, yung iba na behind kasi na ano man sila, nabagsak sa kanilang Math 51. So, hindi naka-proceed kay yung mga prerequisite na mga subjects, hindi pa nila natapos, hindi ka maka-enroll sa next na subject. Yun lang. Thank you.
Thank you. So thank you for the response, Ma'am Kai. We also have another question from Sir Vern. Sir Vern Niconzalo.
Okay.
Question is, so what happens when the students reach the beyond maximum residency of 6 years? So what are the consequences? Will she be removed from the department?
So, di ba ang BS Physics program, 4 years, no, para tapusin. Tapos kung what if aabot ka ng 6 years, hindi mo pa matatapos. So, hindi ka i-kick out ng department, pero nasa MRR, sa maximum residency rule ng university, kailangan kang mag-enroll ng 12 units refresher course. Pero sa old curriculum, i-suspend muna to na MRR rule dahil doon kay problema man tayo year 2017 sa Marawi City. Pero kung meron kang certification din na you are a student assistant or you're a working student, pwede na hindi ka mag-undergo sa 12 units na refresher course. Pero wala kami advice na i-kick out kung maglampas ng 6 years. Maliban na lang kung yung sobra sa 18 units na pure physics subjects yung 5 mo. O, yun talaga kailangan mo nang mag-shift to other courses. Okay. There's another question from Sir Hanayon. Does the society provides online tutorial? Maybe we can ask the society president, no?
Yes. So, Hanan.
So, with regards to that online tutorial, we haven't talked about it yet, but it's possible.
So pag-uusapan pa natin yan, ano, sa society. So,
yes.
Finally, yes, and we have a question from a first year, John Florida. So, ano po ba ang mga major subjects na inline sa nanotech po? So, Ma'am Kai, kindly enlighten John Florida sa iyang question.
May list of electives naman tayo, di ba, sa curriculum ninyo. So, i-check ko muna yung list of electives. Wait lang muna. Kung regarding sa nanotechnology, marami man tayong mga faculty members na ang field ay material science. So, ang sa electives, major subject na inline sa nanotechnology. For now, hindi naka-number yung nanotechnology na major subject or elective subject, pero meron naman tayong special topics 1 and special topics 2. Then mag-request lang kayo na yun yung kunin ninyo na elective o pwede yun as long as nasa field ng mga faculty natin. So, ang nanotechnology na field sa faculty natin sa physics ay si Dr. Uwano, si Dr. Bara, and marami na sila, si Sir Jamasali, si Professor Yusuf din Jamasali, di ba? Pwede rin siya sa nanotechnology. In fact, na may 4th year tayo dati nag-thesis siya regarding nanotechnology.
Okay
If
na yan,
I
ma'am.
may add, I think once dumating na yung yung equipment ni na Sir Jim sa optoelectronics, so siguro yung advanced laboratory course would be geared towards that na rin pag meron na tayong yung laboratory. So yeah. Yun lang, advanced lab.
Okay. So, thank you, Ma'am Kay and Ma'am Merv. So, I hope na klaro na yun sa'yo yung tanong mo dyan, Florida. So let's proceed nga. So, dito, meron pang isang first year, Lingkuna. So, yung tanong niya ay, so, magtatanong lang po sana ako about sa DOST scholarship. Sir, kailangan pa po bang mag-take ng exam for you to avail to the scholarship para sa pag-MS po?
Okay, I will answer that, no. Depende sa for DOST itself, wala silang requirement na na exam, no. Unlike 'di ba sa undergraduate, meron kasing DOST exam para makapasok sa scholarship. Pero sa masters, wala sila. Pero yung requirement nila is you have to be admitted to the school na gusto mong pasukan. For example, dito sa sa MSU-Marawi, para makapag-masters kayo, merong exam ang graduate school ng MSU-Marawi. So, yun yung iti-take nyo. And hindi na nagmamind yung DOST kung ano yung process. Basta once tinanggap kayo, for example, ng physics department, yun na yung mag-i-endorse ng inyong application. Sa naman, most schools sa Manila, meron din silang sariling admission policies. Like sa Ateneo, meron din silang entrance exam for graduate students. Pero hindi DOST ang mag-a-administer doon. Sa UP meron din, and I think sa Lasal meron din siguro. So yung key lang doon is you will be accepted in the school na a-applyan mo. And once na-accept ka na, sila na yung bahalang mag-endorse ng application nyo sa DOST. So, yun lang.
So, thank you, Ma'am Merge. So, I hope din na klaro na din yun sa'yo, Charles Kevin. So, dito rin si Miss Naira. So, tatanong din kung after ng graduation, ano pong offer na mga trabaho po? So, I think, Ma'am Merge, ikaw yung best person to answer this.
First and foremost, pwede kayong pumasok sa DOST. So, marami akong kilala na physics na nasa say PHIVOX or kahit sa sa DOST sa Manila, meron kasi tayong iba-ibang agency, merong sa yung PNRI, so Nuclear Research Institute, merong Science Education Institute, merong TAPI, yung Technology Application and Promotion Institute. So within the DOST framework, ang dami nyong pwedeng pasukan. Pero kailangan nyo lang talaga ng guts, no? Kasi karamihan nun sa Manila kayo mag-a-apply. Pero meron din sa sa region. So you can apply sa mga DOST offices sa region. Meron tayong mga pag-asa, no? You can apply sa pag-asa, PHIVOX. So, yung mga nagsastudy ng earthquakes, tsaka yung climate, so pwede kasi kayo doon. So, pwede sa atmospheric physics. Sa naman, syempre, pwede kayong mag-apply sa MSU, no? If you want to teach, pwede rin sa iba't ibang, ng MSU campuses. Pwede rin kayong mag-apply sa, if you want to go into government, pwede rin naman, no? So, usually sa government, hindi talaga sila specific na naghahanap ng field ng physics kung dun kayo say sa mga sa mga government agencies ng anong tawag yan yung sa sa iniisip ko yung sa city, parang ganyan, city government. Pero pag dun kayo sa government offices na related sa science, pwedeng-pwede yung physics. First and foremost talaga, PHIVOX, Pag-asa, tapos you can go also to Mines and Geosciences Bureau. So pwede rin din ng mga physicists. And of course, yung sa Manila ng mga ng mga agencies ng DOST. Graduate salary. So, babasahin ko, no? Parang nito, I think one major concern din pag naghanap job after graduate is salary. Baka naman mabigyan ng idea sila sa ranges ng salary, haha. Pag if you go into teaching, kung gusto niyo sa high school, pag sa STEM, I think they would require you to get yung LET, no? So, usually, pinapatake pa kayo ng LET. And ano ba yung teacher 1? Siyempre, pag fresh grad kayo, BS, you would expect yung yung teacher 1 na rate kung sa MSU instructor 1, would that be around 25,000? 25,000 ba? Mga nasa ganyan. And ngayon wala na tayong tax for that, 'di ba? 22K. Okay, 22K ang teacher 1 or instructor 1, mga ganyan na rate. So kung titingnan nyo, yung yung kung papasok kayo ng masters, you will get 25K din without tax. Tapos mayroon pang ibang benefits. So kung kaya naman, I think a good path would be to proceed with masters right away para din kayong employed because you get 25K. And then after masters, pag pumasok kayo ng work, mas mataas na ngayon yung rate nyo. So after 2 years, your rate, say pag pumasok ka sa MSU na masters ka na, depende kung marami kang credentials, like meron kang papers, so the rate would be Sir Jandel. So like Sir Jandel, so I think nasa 40 something, no? Nasa 40 something na with additional 2 years. So that would be a good option. Pag pag pumasok kayo sa yung sabi ko kanina na career incentive program ng DOST, pag graduate kayo ng masters tapos DOST scholar kayo, kahit saan kayo nila na agency ng DOST ilalagay, ang inyong salary ay salary grade 19. So 19 ngayon is nasa ba ang 19? Para nasa 50 something. So, ganun, pag master's graduate kayo. So, medyo mai-increase nyo ang inyong earning potential if you go to your master's first, no? Kasi tataas kasi yung nyo sa ranking. Pero pag yung iba na gusto talaga nila na mag-experience right away ng work, so nasa 20 plus. So, 20K, 22K, 25K. Usually, mas mataas ang rate nyo pag sa government kayo pumasok compared sa private, no? Even sa private schools, lalo na pag hindi ganun kalaki ang private schools, medyo maliliit yung kanilang starting salary. So, government would give you a better salary normally. So, yun na. So, para ma-inspire kayo na mag-proceed na rin ng masters, no? Para once you graduate masters, additional 2 years, mas mataas na yung rate na makukuha nyo.
So thank you, Ma'am Merge. So sa mga ibang question dyan, pwede i-email nyo na lang yun. Mag-send ako ng email address dito sa chat box kung meron pa kayong mga extra na tanong. So, ayan. So, if you have questions, so kindly email those addresses. So hanggang dito lang po yung natin, yung open forum. So, ibigay ko na balik kay Mr. Hanan, the Master of Ceremony.
So thank you, Elias. Thank you, Ma'am Kai and Ma'am Merge as well for addressing the concerns. So next part of this program is the induction of the new set of SPS officers and the advisors. But before that, we prepared a video introducing the SPS officers and advisors for the AY 2020 and 2021. Let us all get to know them.
Baby, I've been here. I
I lost my shoes last night. I don't know where I put my keys. I was tired and fell asleep beneath an oak tree. I bet my mother's proud of me, from each scar upon my knuckle and each graze upon my knee. And all I know is I got a cab and then threw up upon his car seat. He kicked me out and then I walked in the rain. I tell myself in every way I won't be doing this again, and tomorrow's a brand new day. Someone told me, always say what's on your mind, and I am only being honest with you. I get lonely and make mistakes from time to time. Say no man call, yeah. Baby, I beg you, yeah. Oh, baby, I beg you, yeah, 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 yeah. Baby, I beg you, yeah. I remember less and less, and mostly things that I regret. In my phone are several texts from girls I've never met, and in the pocket of my jeans there are only coins and broken dreams. My heart is breaking at the seams, and I'm coming apart now. Now things are looking up. I'll find my shoes right next to the oak tree, and I'll get a bus straight into town and spend the afternoon looking around for the things that I left on the ground. And say it with me, tomorrow's a brand new day.
So now I'm turning over the microphone to Miss Miriam Gabuli, one of our advisors for the induction of officers.
Hello, good morning, everyone. Um, may I request for the induction of officer? May I request the officers to turn on their mic and videos, and then please raise your right hand, and then you have to repeat after me. So the oath of office will be projected on the screen. Okay na, no? Nabata ng officers, no? Si Hanan, si Adercon. Di na ako ma-scroll tanan kay. Cellphone na po akong gamit. Si Azarcon, tapos si Willie Ann, si Asma, si Jerome, si Jara, si Ronilyn, si Cholo, tapos si Tito. Representative di ay sa first year, no? Si Tito Bautista. Okay na, no? Okay. So, officers, kindly raise your right hand and please repeat after me. I state your name.
I, Tito.
Okay. Having been elected as state your position.
Having been
Having
Of the Society of Physics students.
of the Society of Physics students.
Do solemnly swear to abide and uphold.
Do solemnly swear to abide and uphold
The ideals and purposes of this organization.
the ideals and purposes of this organization.
To perform my duties to the best of my ability and capacities.
To perform my duties to the best of my ability and capacity.
With the aim of furthering the mission of this organization.
With the aim of furthering the mission of this organization.
And advancing the interests of the school and community to which it is dedicated.
And advancing the interests of the school and community to which it is dedicated.
To conduct myself in a manner befitting a good and responsible officer.
To conduct myself in a manner befitting a good and responsible officer.
So as to bring honor, prestige, and service to the department.
So as to honor, prestige, and service to the department.
So help me God.
Help me God.
Congratulations, officers, and moreover, I would like to thank you sa mga efforts, especially si Mr. President, si Cholo, who saan siya, who prepared all the pre-recorded videos no sa mga officers and then sa mga TikTokers nato dira. Thank you so much for giving all your participations in the orientation. So let me give now the floor back to our MC.
So thank you very much, Ma'am Miriam. And it's official. Congratulations, SPS officers. All the best to us. So we're down to the last part of this program. But before we proceed, let us have a virtual photo op. May we request everyone to please open your cameras if you're comfortable so we can have a virtual group. Just open your cameras if you're comfortable, but if you're not, it's fine. So are you ready? So in three,
Wait, sir. Kailangan ko surgery.
okay. So in three, two, say physics.
Physics.
Okay, another one.
Another
What's up?
one.
Okay, so
Ano yun?
mayroong hapon. So in three, two, smile. Okay, so thank you very much. So finally, to conclude this program, let us hear from one of our faculty members for his closing remarks. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Dr. Rhinovic Hanayon.
Hello, everyone. Am I clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Okay, so to our department chairman, Dr. Kyrone Sapada, to the faculty and staff of the department, and to our students, friends, welcome and good morning. So, welcome to the new normal. So I hope that you all will agree with me that after roughly 8 months into this community quarantine, we are still struggling to adapt this new normal. While we wanted this pandemic to be over soon, the situation suggests otherwise. But despite this, we were able to start our classes, which is why we are having this orientation for the school year 2020 and 2021. I know that an online orientation may never replace an actual face to face, but we can still make the most out of it. I'm sure this will be memorable to all of us, not only because it is the first online department orientation, but also on my part, it is my first time to give closing remarks, whether it's an online or an actual face-to-face orientation or any program for that matter. So I really don't know what to say. But like most closing remarks, it is where we give our thanks and appreciation to those who, in one way or another, made this wonderful event successful. So thank you to the advisors of the Society of Physics Students, to Professor Angelo Dagala and Miss Mariam Gabuli, to the Society of Physics Students, especially the president headed by Hanan Amir, and to everyone present here today, especially to our invited guests and our inspirational speakers. I hope that you get something from their experience and their talk that will strive you to continue studying harder, and may you continue to stay with us. Thank you for joining us in the department, and hopefully after this pandemic is over, we'll be able to see each other. And in closing, so I just want to leave you this three words: faith, hope, and love. Faith is how you know where you are going. Hope is what keeps you going. And love is how you get there. So I may be closing this program, but I hope that it will open your minds to continue your career in physics. Thank you, everyone, and keep safe see each until we see each other. Good morning.
Alright,
Thank you,
thank
sir.
you very much, Mr. Rhino. And that officially concludes our department virtual orientation. Thank you for joining us here throughout the program. Stay safe and healthy, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, everyone. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you. Thank you. Nag-mute